Alright guys, back at it with another video for you guys, for you surf fishermen trying to get your halibuts or your fish whatsoever. I'm going to show you guys the knots that I use, and I'm not trying to convert anybody on how I use or what I use for knots, but I have not lost a fish and or a lucky craft to these knots once you learn how to tie them correctly. If you don't know how to tie them correctly, I'm going to show you how I tie my specific knots that I use correctly, and what not to look for when you're tying knots. So just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to be using this older 50-pound triple X Iserline. I have this because sometimes I make leaders for, leopard sharks and stuff, and or when I go shark fishing, I put a shock leader of 50 pounds of this stuff. And then for my braid side, I'm going to be showing you guys the improved Alberto knot. I'm going to use 30-pound test, 8-pound diameter. So I personally don't use a Power Pro. I use Iserline Brutally Strong braid. It comes in white. I just like Power Pro because it has like this, it'll kink up on you, and by kinking, it'll do this number right here, where when you bend it like this, it'll kink up like that, and then when I let it go, see how it stays kinked? That right there I do not like. I don't like the fact that it kinks up like that. And then see, I just pulled it apart and it's still kinked there. That's because of it has a wax coating. This stuff has a wax coating on it. So I don't use Power Pro no more. I use Iserline Brutally Strong braid, and it hasn't failed me whatsoever. So I'm going to show you guys how I tie Advanced Alberto knot. So this is let's say this is your reel. You have your braid. For you braid users, you have your braid here. I'm gonna throw it off to the side, get myself a little bit of piece right here. Okay. This is the leader attachment you're gonna do. I don't use 50-pound. I'm just using this for demonstration purposes. What I use myself is a Seaguar 20-pound right here. I just use 2 feet of this, or I use the 15-pound for like drop shots and stuff. So just for demonstration purpose, I'm going to be using this 50-pound one right here so you guys could see it. So what I do is I double up my line, make a loop right here, give yourself a good section right here, double up your loop, you go under the loop, okay, you go under the loop, give yourself a good amount right here, okay, you get this a little bit more, get yourself a good amount right here, you're gonna have a good section right here, okay. So now you have this going under, and then you pinch. See that loop? You pinch it, okay? Now, the braid, you're gonna bring under and over, okay? You're basically gonna wrap both the leader. You're gonna wrap both the leaders, okay? You're gonna wrap both ends of the leader right here 7 times. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7. Okay, once you get to 7 or 8, depending what you're comfortable with, okay, you're gonna have this wrap right here, or going around, all right? Once you get to 7 or 8, you pinch here, you let loose this one right here, and you grab your leader and you go, we came around this way first, now we're gonna go around the other way. Okay, you're gonna go under. So you grab it and you go this way now. And then you're gonna go in between each coil. You see the coils? You're gonna try to wrap your line in between each coil. So I hope you guys can see that. 1, 2, 3, and you pinch as you go along, guys. Pinch as you go along as much as you need. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now remember, okay guys, remember, this we came under, okay, this we came under. Now that you're at 7 and you're on top, you go over, okay, But this is what makes this an improved Alberto knot. There is no knot to this knot. You're basically making wraps. So now that I have this, I'm going over right here and into the loop again. Pull like this, into the loop again. Okay, pull the tag end again, and then one more time just to secure it. Pull, go into the top end, pull your tag end, just like that. Boom. Okay, so this is what you end up with right here. Okay, one side straight, one side looped 3 times. Okay, I don't know if you guys could see that or not. Okay, this is what you end up with. Okay, here's the part where you wet it. So I'm going to wet this a little bit off camera. Okay, I've wet it pretty good off camera. Okay, and then when you guys start cinching it, you're going to start seeing the coils start bunching up. Okay, and as you're bunching them up, guys, pull on both ends at the same time. All four sides, the braid, leader, tag, and everything. Pull on all of them at the same time. Okay, guys, pull on all of them at the same time. If you start seeing that slag right there, guys, if you start seeing this piece slag up, go ahead, bunch it up like this. Okay, and then pull on one to make sure. You're gonna start tightening up. See how it's tightening up? Now I'm pulling on the main line. See that? Now I'm tightening up. Now I'm gonna pull on the tag end right here on this side. I'm gonna pull on the tag end. Okay. Let me get a good grip on this. All right, there we go on the tag end, and I'm gonna pull again on the main line again. Okay, and I'm gonna keep bunching it up all the way to the top, guys. All the way to the top. And you see how it starts warming? It starts like bunching up and stuff. I don't know. Damn, I came off camera a little bit, but you start pulling it all, and you start bunching all the way up, guys. All the way up, okay? As much as possible. And you keep pulling, okay? Okay, and then you pull on the tag end too again. Okay, and then on this one, you give it a couple of good tugs like this just to bunch it all back up to the top, and that's what your knot should basically look like. Okay, and then right here, you basically cut your tag end real close to the line. Okay, now this is only for 2-foot leaders, guys. I don't like to pass this line through my guides, this knot through my guides, myself personally. This is just for, like, you know, leaders that are hanging on the outside and you're casting straight braid and you're just using short leaders and stuff. This knot right here, I would not be shooting it through my guides all the time and casting it through my guides. You guys got to remember that braid does not like abrasion. Braid does not like abrasion, guys. Okay, so that's my knot right there, guys. That's my knot right there. Okay, I don't like casting this knot. If you're gonna end up casting a knot, guys, if you guys are gonna end up casting a knot, and you guys are using like long leader of 30-pound mono, I would go with FG knot. But this right here is a improved Alberto knot right here. This right here is an improved Alberto knot. It has not failed me, and this is on 50 pounds, so you guys could see it on camera. But sometimes when you make a mistake, guys, and I made one with a mistake here, you guys, and I'll show you guys right here. This one was a mistake, and this could happen to you right here, where it just bunches up at the end right there, and it doesn't tighten up. That's not correct, okay? And this right here is 20 pounds. So this is the one. This is the way I would do it myself, 20 pound. A correct one in 20 pound is this one right here, okay? This is the way it should look on 20 pound. It's super small. I've caught an 80-pound bat raise on this knot, no problem, on 20-pound line. Okay. Now, over here at your end, over here when you guys are fishing your, you know, your baits and stuff. So this is your braid to mono knot that I use. This is the braid to mono knot that I use right here. This is your braid to mono knot right here. This right here is my braid to mono knot, and it basically, I've never had anything fail on this one. This, and then when I attach my clips, okay, and there are different types of clips, guys. There are very different types of clips. I use the tactical angler power clips right here. They look like paper clips almost. Palomar knot. I know some of you guys know how to make a palomar knot. Some of you guys say, oh no, palomar knots suck. But if you tie a palomar knot correctly, it'll never fail you. So palomar knot, right? Loop, you make a loop, okay? When you make a loop, you're basically going to make a half hitch knot like this, okay? Half hitch knot, and you're going to go, okay, half hitch knot, okay? So that's your knot. This is your loop. You're going to pass whatever terminal tackle you use through that loop, okay? And here's the part where a lot of people get confused. This loop right here, guys, that loop, once it's through, pinch it on top. Wet it, okay? You wet it, okay? You pinch it, you wet it, and as you start tightening, make sure that this loop right here closes off on top. You see how it's cinching down? Okay? Make sure it closes off on top. Pull the tag in, okay? And then basically that's your palomar knot with the loop on top. If the loop is on the bottom, guys, if the loop is on bottom, it's not gonna lock correctly. Okay, guys, always make sure that loop is on top. I clip off and that's my palomar knot right there. And I have not lost a Lucky Craft like this on 20 pound. Okay, I usually use 20 pound myself. Sometimes I use 15 pound. And just to show you guys, for 15 pound, I'm going to show you guys how I tie drop shots real quick. Okay, some of you guys were asking drop shots. Okay, so drop shots, let's say this is your long leader, you know, let's say a 2 foot leader or whatever you're going to use. So basically for a drop shot, you get your hooks. This is the style hook I use right here. This size 1 right here. This is one of the size. I use these for the 3-inch mullets from Gulp. So basically, and this is in 20 pound right here. Sometimes I use 20 pounds, sometimes I use 15 pound, depending on how rocky the area is. The rockier it is, the higher poundage I use in mono or fluorocarbon. So basically, the way I tie my drop shots, let me see if I could readjust this real quick. Okay. Damn. All right. So you have your hook, you have your 2 lines. I don't know if you guys can see my 2 lines right here on 20 pound, but I pass both lines ends, all right, through. Okay. And then you're basically going to tie a palomar knot. Okay, my drop shots, I do not leave tag ends. I don't leave my leaders, you know, a little bit long or anything. So you're basically going to tie a palomar knot. Okay, so half hitch knot. See, half hitch knot, loop, pass a hook through the loop or any terminal tackle. All right, hold it up, wet. Okay, bring it down. Okay, that's your palomar knot right there. And then you're gonna pull both ends right here. And then you're going to see how the knot hangs, okay? Oh man, just got myself a piece of skin right there. But you're going to see how the knot hangs. And right here, it's hanging like this. But I want it to hang upright more. So this bottom tag end right here, just so that the hook stays solid up, I take my bottom tag end and I pass it right back up through that eyelet again. Okay? If you guys are going with smaller hooks, you know, trying to pass this through your eyelets and stuff. If you guys are going with smaller hooks, trying to pass this stuff through your eyelets, it gets a lot harder because you don't have that much room. But I pass it back through the eyelet right here. See this? See this? I pass it right back through. And then I cinch, okay? Once you cinch and you pull, See how that hook now stays taut and upright? See that? That's how I tie my palomar knots. Now your hook is completely tight and upright. Okay, and then here, up here, I usually tie a swivel. Let me see if I have a swivel here, guys. There it goes. Okay, I'll tie a swivel, a barrel swivel here. Okay, and then on the bottom, I'll tie a 3/4 ounce to 1 ounce weight. Okay, so basically, let's say this is a longer piece right here. I'll tie a barrel swivel here. I'll tie a barrel swivel here on this side. Okay, hook up, and then on the bottom end, tag end, I'll tie a 3/4 ounce knot on the Palomar knot. Or if you guys want to make, pre-made, hooks like these, pre-made leaders, you guys could make them with, a barrel swivel up here, and then on the bottom end right here, you can with a clip, so you could just clip in the weights, different weights from 1 ounce to 3/4 ounce. Make sure if they both have barrel swivels, it's even better, because as you're bringing along this hook, the line's gonna want to twist like this. But if you have barrel swivels and you're constantly jumping, the hook is always gonna stay flat like that. Okay, so this is my drop shot rig right here. Barrel swivel up top on the top end over here, and then I tie usually a 3/4 ounce or 1 ounce weight at the bottom. The barrel swivels help out a lot, guys, from keeping line twist and on your drop shot, and from keep making the hook track straight as you're bringing it in. Yeah, so those are the ways I tie my terminal tackle. Improved Alberto knot, and there's a better video that I will tag in here. This guy makes an even better, way better explanation on the improved Alberto knot. And you guys could test out the knots for yourself. You guys could, strength test them. I've seen a couple of you guys strength test them, and they overload the braid side, and they break the braid before they break the knot. So that's what I use, guys. All right, bye.